Well, good morning, everyone. I welcome you all to the webinar on Disruptive Technologies for Future, hosted by School of Computer Science and Engineering, ILM University, Greater Noida. And for this webinar, we have Dr. Saurabh Maheshwari with us. He is a postgraduate from IIT Delhi in Information Systems and doctorate from US in Effective Use of Technology in Education Management. Also have BA English Literature and Economics, MBA in HR and Technology Management, and Law Cyber degree, along with advanced certifications including CISSP, Six Sigma, etc. He has authored 5 books on technology. 2 of them are course book in AI and robotics in ICSE schools. He is acting as international trainer for the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and the Institute of Cost Accountants of India for Information System Security, System Audits, and Forensic Sciences courses for the last 13 years. He's partnered with Apple and Microsoft to establish the Center of Excellence for Advanced Computing. He has also got National Award for the National Skills Development Corporation in 2015 for outstanding efforts in career guidance. He's acted as startup mentor for Niti Aayog, Atal Community Innovation Center. Now I would like to call Dr. Saurabh to enlighten us about the topic.
Thank you, Vaibhav, sir. It was great to get in touch with ILM. I hope the students out there are going to get some sort of valuable knowledge from my side before choosing the path for career. Students, first of all, I want to wish you a very best of luck because you have now in a position to get step into your career related path. So after getting your 12th, I think choosing the right institutions and getting the right courses is something which you all must be curious to do about. And being a part of ILM family, I hope that your desire to choose the right career gets fulfilled. So without taking much of the time, because time is always very limited to all of us, I will immediately try to begin on the topic which we have discussed or which we have been told to, that is related to disruptive technologies. That is, see, as a country, as a word altogether, you are aware about that we all are into digital transformation. As in, it's entirely technology which are dominating to us, which are surrounding to us. And today we are so much dependent on technology that for almost every work, we need some of the other tech devices around us. It includes a lot of AI tools, find a lot of IoT enabled devices like your smart cards, right? Like your smart TVs and all. Fine, maybe you are too much into those robotic process automations also, wherein you are going for ATM machines and doing entire transactions in the bank without having a bank person involved into that. So that means we all are surrounded by this. And in last around 20 years, the transformation has come up to a next level. But this transformation was catalyzed a lot during pandemic, and post pandemic, the scenarios have gone to a next level altogether. So I put my presentation in slightly a format which may be interesting for you, that we are a 77-year-old country, students. And we are heading towards being a 100-year country. So next 23, 22 years, right? Or sorry, 32 or 33 years are completely dominated by technology. There is no way out we cannot, or we can minus technology from this. And mark my words, dear friends, it is you who has to take this particular load on your shoulders to make the digital transformation happen in a very successful way out. Now, when it comes to digital transformation, you all must know there will be a change in roles and responsibilities of the professionals. The entire opportunity is going to change, the roles going to change. And with the changing roles and opportunities, I believe that you as a professional must visualize the future much in advance so that you can put your feet into the right professional path, which are sustainable, which will give you a right earning, right learning, and right sustainability in your career. Right? And all of you, I am sure that you are able to put things on the chat box, right? So please make sure that you are connected to me in that. I just got a message from a student. He says that, sir, I'm a biology student. Is I am able to admit to BCA? Let me tell you all students, when it comes to new education policy taking place, fine, any student from any stream can go for any course, right? That depends how we are adapting NEP in our own ecosystems, correct? So don't worry about it. And again, letting you know that whether you are from biology or from arts or from commerce, technology is going to affect everybody's life, right? That those were the days when the authors are not worried about technology. But today, with chat GPT and certain other generative AI tools coming up, authors are in biggest trouble because technology is generating much faster, much effective content as compared to an editor as well, right? Yeah, dear Shivam, the food technology you are talking about is a bright future. Fine, let me tell you, technology involvement in every industry is a bright future. It's just that how you are going to incorporate that and how you are going to create some value out of it, right? So let's get into a deep dive from this particular part so that we can understand what are the futures in IT and IS for that, right? So when it comes to this particular slide, I always like to tell that, see guys, India is the second largest online market, you know that. So we have started adopting technology in such a fast manner. Please ask this question to your parents, right? Will or are they in sync with buying products online during their childhood? No. Even they were not seeing 10 years back from now to buy things online. But today, I think 90% of the purchasing what we are doing is online purchase. So as an Indian, we have adopted technology so fast. We have become the fastest growing fintech landscape. Let me tell you, before 2015, we were not having any digital payment options available. Today, even to our sabji wala, to our pan wala, to our rickshaw wala, to our taxi wala, we are paying online through QR codes and they are accepting it out. So we have come up to that particular level in just like last a decade or so. We have gone the faster landscape, and we should be proud to the fact that in last 2 financial years, we are number one in the world in terms of quantum of financial transactions done online. Fine. So that clearly states that as an India, which is the biggest, almost biggest in terms of mass of population, is also getting biggest in terms of technology adoption. And when the technology is adopted by such a mass in such a fast and effective manner, everybody of us has an influence for getting opportunity into tech world. So whether it is starting a tech business or getting into tech products, selling of tech products, or buying of tech products, or manufacturing of tech products, or developing a new tech product, I think that is something which is unavoidable for all of us, right? In India, the data is by default cheap. We have already entered into 5G, and I am sure next 5 years, 7 years down the line, the 6G is not too far away from us because the mechanism is already ready for it, right? But this is not the whole story. Let me tell you guys, this is not the whole story. Now, why I am saying so technology is going to be so dominating, because I want to showcase you this particular slide in which you can actually visualize how technology is getting involved and how fast are the development happening all around us. One is, see, just a small things for you. Fine, maybe it becomes very important in the later part to understand this particular chart for you. See, in 1720, these are the years, right? These are the years which are mentioned out here. In 1720, we have started Industry 1.0. That Industry 1.0 was related to machines getting into play, machines which have started doing work on behalf of humans. It took around 150 years. Can you just see that? I'm just changing my marker color for you. Can you just see that we have taken around 150 years from 1720 to 1870 to get into Industry 2.0, which was electricity. So see, from mechanics to electricity, it took 150 years for the entire transformation happens. When it comes to Industry 3.0, which has started in 1970, it took around 100 years from here to here. And that 100 years, now Industry 3.0 was dominated by computers. It took 40 years to move from computers to IT-based industry, which we are here right now today. We are here right now in Industry 4.0. You can say we have slightly ahead from 4.0. Why I am putting years here? See 150 years, you can see 100 years here, you can see 40 years here. Dear, try to understand. Industry is moving fast, but we are not, as a student, we are adopting too fast. So now we have to adopt, or you as a professional have to adopt more fast, because Industry 3.0 or Industry 5.0 is the time when you all are going to be a professional in the market, which is 2030. See, just 20 years. So the time is crashing, actually, you can say that. We are reducing the time and we are jumping too fast in industry transformation or industry revolution. So with 5.0 is the time when you are going to enter into industry. I believe that industry 6.0 may come in just 10 years. So my only take with you all is to adapt the technology. Make yourself sync with the concepts rather than mugging up the concepts. Understand the concepts. Understand the implementation of technology in all areas. Because the faster we are moving, the faster the change is needed in you as a professional also. Your grandfather might have lived with in his entire life with a single skill. Mark my words, with a single skill, because he might have born into 1870s. Single skill was sufficient for him. But for you, when you have born up somewhere in between this and entering into the market industry 5.0, you have to upskill yourself too fast. And this upskilling is completely on tech basis. So I'm requesting you all to understand the technology, whether from a biology perspective, food technology perspective, CS or IT, understand technology. Every domain, whatever you're talking about, has an option. So even web developer has an option, app developer has an option. Cyber security profession have an option. Robotics has an option. Every industry, what we are talking about, has an option. I'll tell you what are the disruptive technologies, because that is the main crux of our session. That what are the 8 disruptive technologies which are going to change the future. Any technology mastered by any one of you, you have a bright future for next 5 decades. Right? So let me tell you what are the technologies. But mark my words, this is a great line said by a very great man, that we have to prepare you, or you have to prepare yourself to find out the solution of problem which are not existing today. Students, you are going to be into a most, what do you say, fast, revolutionary changing world, in which you have to find out the solutions to the problems which are currently not existing altogether. That means rather than preparing yourself for a set problem, we have to prepare yourself, or you have to prepare yourself to implementation of logic, understanding the concepts, and then applying the concepts. You never know what's the problem, what's the opportunity coming in front of you. So be ready to prepare yourself for finding out the solutions to the problems which are non-existing in the market. Now, what are the technologies which will be responsible for it, right? But before that, let me give you some facts and figure to tell you that how big is the IT market, how big. We are generating 33 into 10 raised to the power 10 GB of data every day, and that is 2023 figures. 2024 figures are yet to be calculated. So up till 2023 end December, this was the quantum. We are generating this amount of data every day. Now, if this amount of data is to be generated, don't you believe that data analytics, cyber security, artificial intelligence, all are fields connected to that. All fields are connected to that. Am I right? Right? So we are generating too large amount of data every day, and this is increasing multifold. We are increasing this multifold. That is point one. Point two, in India, there are 800 million, that is over 60% of the Indian population is already using internet and computers or devices or mobile phones. That means 60%, which is the largest in the world. The entire population which we are using internet is not the entire population there in US also. You can say we are twice the US are the internet users in the country. On the other side, when the data is so large, users are so large, the cyber crime cost is also increasing. You know that almost everybody of us, or maybe somebody connected to us, is being witnessing some or the other cyber crimes around them. There may be Facebook is hacked by someone, their 500 rupees has been snatched on a mobile phone, their videos and photographs might be used at some or the other deep fake video. That means cyber crime is pretty large. Right? And this is going to the cyber crime cost. Now, just a cyber crime market, just a cyber forensic market, just a cyber security market, if you get into that, this is the amount of money which is flowing out there. Don't you believe if you can get around 1% of this also, that is going to be a very good future for you? Right? Post pandemic, this is the rise in cybercrime only in India. See, that means even being a cybersecurity professional is a good opportunity for you. So just few facts and figure for you. Apart from that, few more facts and figure. You know, in digital transformation, when we are talking about countries entering into digital transformation, almost everybody is looking forward for involvement of technology into their business, into their working while life and all. There are 6 million medium and small organizations, micro, small and mid-sized organizations in the country. 6 million, that is 6 crore. Almost every company is looking forward for implementation of ERP, even implementation of biometric for their employees, even doing the digitalization of their entire payroll processing. even automating their entire process from manufacturing to sales, or sales to service, or service to customers, correct? In all that format, if this is the number of organization in India looking for digital transformation, and this is the size of Indian IT market in 2027, don't you believe that's an opportunity? And this opportunity can be seen by the fact that here education is not education today, it has become edtech. Medical is not medical today, it becomes medtech. Agriculture become agri-tech, food become food tech, medical become medtech. That means when tech is always everywhere involved into that, why not read tech, understand tech, apply tech, teach tech, save tech? Right? These are the two more facts for you. One is India is going to be 5 trillion economy by 2027, and we are right now the fourth largest in the world in digital transformation. And let me tell you, by 2027 will be the third country. We will be surpassing Europe. So it's US and China and then India. So when this is the size of the industry, when these are the opportunities of the industry, I don't believe why you are finding out selecting technology or involving technology as a core curriculum of your business, of your profession, of your studies. You have to think of it. So with these facts and figure, I have clearly justified you. We are into a very nice situation, and anything involved into tech. Now, tech does not mean I want developers everywhere. Mark my words. I do not want everybody to be a developer. You have to imply technology into other domains as well. Right? So only unidisciplinary approach is not going to work. You have to have an interdisciplinary approach. That is obviously tech, how to implement tech in finance, so it becomes fintech. How to implement technology into medical, that becomes medtech. So you have to be interdisciplinary in approaching. And everybody does not have to develop. Somebody has to implement, somebody has to train, somebody has to maintain, somebody has to secure the technology. That means don't look forward for technology only from single perspective. That is, I need to be a coder, I need to be a developer. No, I don't want coders and developer everywhere in the country. I want people who can actually solve the real-time problems of different industries, who can train, who can make it secure. Let me tell you, even after doing engineering, I am not a coder. I have never choose coding as my profession. Just for 6 months, I have done a project, then I realized that coding is not something which I can do for the lifetime. I have chosen cybersecurity as my profession. And I am not a person who is developing controls. I am just implementing controls. I am just finding out the gaps in the existing information system and suggesting the right controls to be implemented out there. So that means I'm looking problems and finding solutions, not developing solutions. Solutions are already developed in the market. I'm just finding out the right way to match up the problem with the solution. I don't want developers, and it's not like developers have the only choice. Okay, you have to make sure you are applying technology into different domains, understanding technology from different aspects. Okay. Now, what are the technologies? After studying all this, what are the technologies? Let me get to that first. So these are the disruptive technologies. These are the only 8 disruptive technologies which are going to last for next 50 years. Artificial intelligence, everybody knows what it is. It's like letting the device work as human, not replacing human. Mark my words, none of the device is there to replace humans. Human replacement is not possible. Well, I'll tell you how, or why. So artificial intelligence is about technology. Another is robotics. Devices needs to get developed. So even your house will have some or the other way out, a robot to clean your house also in near future. You have a drone which can go for delivery of the products, right? You have smart cars in your parking garage which can drive on its own, like Tesla cars and all. So those are all robotic related implementation. Then we have blockchain. That's a technology which is there to safeguard data in the much bigger manner. Right. So all the cryptocurrencies you have heard about, Bitcoin, Ethereum, IOTA, the background technology is blockchain technology. Internet of Things, that is smart devices. You all are having Alexa at your home. You all are having smart TVs at your home in which you give voice commands and they operate on. Or you give instruction from your mobile phones and the things start working for it. That is an Internet of Things. So when the government has gone for a smart city concept, smart city means the cities which are having automated cities. And automated cities means enabled with IoT. So we'll have smart cameras everywhere. We'll have smart traffic controller systems everywhere. We will have smart sewerage management, smart energy management. Right. So when these things are becoming smart, that means it's IoT which is going to be dominating technology for the same. Right. Then comes data sciences. As we are generating humongous and a large amount of data, right? Analytics of data, understanding the crux of data, finding out patterns and important things from data is something which is still not considered too much. Whereas I believe that without data analytics, future is not possible. Because tomorrow what's going to happen is that devices are going to understand you, or data is going to tell more about you than maybe somebody else, maybe your relatives and all. Fine. So the companies are getting more knowledge about you. So that is only because of data sciences and data analytics. Then when it comes to large amount of data, large amount of applications, and our systems are not capable of handling that quantum of processing, we are where we are going to store and process the amount of data. Again, cloud plays a very important role. Without cloud, managing this quantum of data like 33 into 10 raised to the power 10 GB of data every day, it's not possible to manage on our own systems. So we need cloud, right? Gaming and animation, AR, VR, amazing opportunity. Why? Because we are entering into a world wherein everybody wants to visualize things rather than see things, visualize things, feel things. So in near future, I believe like even your tourism and all can be automated with AR and VR. So everybody of us wants to visit Switzerland, but hardly 1% of the people will are in a position to visit Switzerland. But if I'll put an Oculus, right, and give you a virtual feel like environment, ecosystem, temperature, feel, smell, everything around you, don't you believe that every country citizen can actually be there in Switzerland and enjoy the life? Virtual manner, not physically. Similarly, when you are playing games, when you want to be on Mars, when you want to be on explore something, being into an 20,000 year age old civilization, or you want to be yourself and feel like how dinosaurs have lived around. So it's not like seeing movies like Jurassic Park. It's like being into Jurassic Park virtually and then have the feel out there, right? You all have seen a movie called Matrix. That Matrix was an actual implementation of AR and VR technology, right? So gamifications today, it's all enter into AR, VR. All your house development, construction industry is getting into AR, VR. You are visualizing entire thing, 360-degree view without being there is something which is augmented reality, virtual reality, and mixed reality. That is MR, right? And when this kind of technology is going to place role into our own life, I think cybersecurity is unavoidable. When the data, technological involvement in every professional field is so much, security is there. It's going to be an important ingredient for the technological life. So my simple take is that these are the 8 technologies here. You cannot minus any of the technology. And mark my words, there is no 9th technology that needs to be added out here. These are only 8 technologies which are going to change the future. Okay, that's a very good question. Suryansh has asked something, sir. What is cobotics? Fine, which I have put up a word called cobotics here. There, this particular word has been recently coined. It's coined in 2021 in one of a very important summit happened in US related to robotics. The word robotics actually was troubling us. Why it is troubling us? Because people have get a misconception that when the robots will come in, the humans will get replaced. So the word robots is a word which is connected to replacement of humans. Whereas if you see today also, robots are used by doctors in doing operations. Robots are used in manufacturing plants to work on behalf of humans or in support to humans for manufacturing plants. So in that manner, the robotic word was not appropriate. So a new word which was cobotic is being coined. So word cobotic means collaborative robots. What does it mean? Collaborative robots. So as robots are not here to replace humans, robots needs to be operated by humans, developed by humans, maintained by humans, supported by humans, upgraded by humans. So are the robots replacement of humans or in collaboration with humans? Suryansh. So when they are in collaboration with humans, rather than using the word robotics, let's use the word cobotics. So this word has been recently coined, although not been accepted permanently all over the world. But my take is that 5 years, 10 years down the line, when people will realize that this is not a replacement, the word cobotics will be more trendy rather than robotics in the market. There are possibilities maybe that in dictionary also the robots will be replaced by the word cobots, which is called collaborative devices helping humans to do the task much efficient, much faster, much effectively. Agreed? Fine. So these are the 8 technologies which are there. So I'll take a couple of questions which are there. So it is possible that we have to just hold on. Keep on working from our own homes if the technology gets advanced. Yes, Paul, I believe like 20 years down the line, when you are going to be a mature phase of your career, it's like you will be sitting at home and doing everything from your home. Office will just be a kind of thing wherein you are going for group meetings, for HR interactions, for team meetups and everything. Rest everything will goes virtual, completely virtual. That is what I believe, right? And I believe that skills are more important than degree, which money has asked. What is more important, skill or degree? Dear, skills are more important than degree. Fine, degree is important enough to get you at some place to clear your to get into interview, but interview clearing can only happen when you have right skills to go for it. Suppose there is a restriction that okay, only engineers are allowed, then you need an engineering degree. But engineering degree with no knowledge or engineering degree with knowledge, that is what the skill is all about, right? So everywhere in the world, degree is very important to clear that benchmark, but skills are important to stay apart from that benchmark. Is that clear, money? And yes, startups are going to help up. Startup is a very big ecosystem which is going to be there. But the terminology startup, the definition of startup, and the concept of startup has been misjudged by multiple people. So for startup technology, let me tell you what startup is. Startup has two things. One is something which is innovative, something which is not there in the market, and something which is enabled by tech. If it is not tech, it is not startup. If it is not new, it is not startup. See, if you are opening a dhaba which is serving Punjabi food, it is not a startup here, right? But if you are manufacturing food with the help of technology, right? That means intellectual property is there, you are using technology, and process of manufacturing the food is not tech enabled. That can be treated as a startup. Now you have a scalability option for that. Okay, fine, Lakshita, I'll get you what cloud computing is. Cloud computing is a resource. It's a place, you can say, where a lot of servers are installed. So when it had about AWS, Google Cloud, Amazon Web Server, and Google Cloud, it's like big farms. Farms mean server farms. There are lakhs of server farms or millions of server farms installed, and those are supporting us. So let me tell you a clear-cut example. When you have to share a video with your friends, earlier you used to do it with a WhatsApp and all. Today you upload it on YouTube and you want everybody to see that. Now, is YouTube saying you at some point of time, boss, I am Phil, please not put more videos, I am already exhausted, my capacity is there, satisfied? No, because it's a cloud platform. Cloud platforms give you infinite storage, infinite processing capabilities, which we need in the future. Fine. So that is cloud is what? A pool of resources which are clubbed up by a certain larger organization to be shared globally, right? Oh yes, dear. Python is one of the language. I believe like let's not focus on one particular language, because when I was studying it was C, C++. When I was started practicing it was like .NET. It becomes C Sharp. It becomes Python today. I believe rather than focusing on a language, you should focus on algorithm. An algorithm means the process of solving a particular problem. Now, if you know the process, it can be codified into any language, right? So Python is one. Tomorrow you have anything else apart from Python also. But yes, understanding Python is like understanding how to implement data science, how to implement AI into the devices. So that's the reason today Python is one of the language, but tomorrow it may not be. So rather than you focusing on a particular language and getting completely aligned to that, I believe like Python should be just an implementer for you. You should more focus on algorithm, programming skills, loops, if not, and these are the ways which programming needs to be done. Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's virtual reality, dear. It's like you feel like it's really happening, Paul. So yes, virtual reality has gone to a next level altogether. Dear, startup is by default a business. It's thus that how you are scaling it out, how you are getting into the market, Himanshu. Once you get into the market, it becomes a startup business. Otherwise, it's a startup idea. So idea to business needs execution. So when your idea is being tested and tried and you're executing it in the market, that becomes a business for you. Okay. Okay. Omji has asked, what is cyber forensics, sir? Dear, when cyber crime is happening all over the world, detecting the evidences, who has done cybercrime, what are the evidences for it, and presenting those evidences systematically in the court of law so that the culprit can be punished. That is known as cyber forensics. So forensics is a science of presenting the evidences in a presentable format in the front of law. Prince, to some extent, if you are interested into hacking, if you are interested into developing, yes, you need language. Otherwise, if you are looking forward for implementing control, not developing control, not doing hacking, implementing control, you do not need a programming language in cybersecurity. Okay, you do not need. I have already explained, Krishna, augmented reality, virtual reality are the ways out in which you are visualizing something which is not physically in front of you. Right? So AR is augmented reality. You are feeling, you are believing something which is not there. Virtual reality, you are into some situation which has virtually been created for you. And a combination of real plus mixed virtual becomes mixed reality. That means you are into both the worlds. That is, you are into real world also, that is feeling the real world situations and circumstances, yet you are acting in a virtual environment. right? So today also when we are interacting in a virtual meeting, it's like if everybody is visible to me and I'm visible to everyone, we are able to interact with each other. Don't you believe it's like discussing things one-on-one personally on a virtual platform? That is actually virtualization of everything. So it's just like meeting today. Tomorrow you might be having virtualization in terms of getting into tourist places, getting into a research laboratory and doing some research, going into space and doing something out there. That has gone to a next level. So we are increasing in a virtual reality platform gradually. So Nishant, if you are interested to ethical hacking, you must understand what the cybersecurity is, and you at the same time must also be competent enough to go for programming skills. You cannot work without programming. No, Paul, it does not. I'm not talking about getting into a bodily evidences. I'm talking about cyber evidences. Cyber evidences are digital evidences for which biological science are not required. If I have conducted certain sort of crime online, why you need biological sciences to go to the evidences for it? It does not include fingerprints and DNA. That is called forensic sciences. I'm talking about cyber forensic. See the word, Paul. It's not forensic, it is cyber forensic, which I've placed in. So forensic sciences and cyber forensic is a different ballgame altogether. Getting me, Paul? Let's not confuse yourself. You are just putting up a word and then talking about it. The complete word was cyber forensic. It's not only cyber. Mixed reality, Vani, mixed reality. Okay, that's a combination of virtual reality plus the real world. So when you are experiencing both the things at the same time, that becomes mixed reality. Okay. So there are a few more slides which I need to showcase you just to showcase that what's the quantum of business which is coming up on the gradual side. So you can see how AI business is going globally, and from 2022, it's from 142 US or billion US dollar, it is going to be 1848 billion US dollars by 2030. So finding out an opportunity and career prospects in AI is something which is directly visible to you. Similarly, let's talk about robotics market. Again, from 72 to 214 billion US dollars in just next 6 years down the line. Again, a big market. Talk about AR VR market. From nothing like 21.7, it is going to 248.2 billion US dollars by 2030. Again, a clear cut fact for you. Correct. Cyber security market, just Indian market you can visualize. It's going from 2019, just 140 million US dollars or in billion Indian rupees to 350. So the quantum is pretty high. You can mix any technology. It's just like how you are visualizing that. I'm not a master of all the technologies and all the areas. I can just tell you that you can mix up with the vision you have, with the problems you have. To understand AI easily is to make sure that it is not a difficult concept. It is you are making it difficult and then you are trying to make it easy. It's an easy concept. It's just like how you are managing things. AI is not typical. You have to develop certain tools and technology which are helping humans to do certain tasks, which are slightly comparable to human intelligence. That is how understanding AI. It's easy. It's easy to understand. It's easy to develop. That all depends on the your IQ level of understanding the data and your IQ level understanding the programming skills connected to that. For ethical skills, you have to talk about cyber security first. That is one part. Programming skills, second part. And for ethical hacking, you have to get into some sort of ethical hacking related courses from third year onwards. Initially, from year one, you cannot get into hacking because first is programming, second is cyber security. Then only talk about hacking. You cannot enter into hacking on day one onwards. Right? So we have conducted certain surveys of CXOs and CTOs at multiple startup companies in India, and just see that maximum people of them have talked about there's a cybersecurity problem. Maximum people, 96 says that they have a cybersecurity breach. 57 says it is more than 3 breaches out there. That means cybersecurity by default is a big opportunity for any one of you to get into that. I, being a cybersecurity professional, I know there's a clear gap between the requirements in the market and the supply from the industry side. So demand is pretty large in the market. People are eyeing towards being a cybersecurity professionals, and industry needs a good cybersecurity professional to be consumed immediately. But people are not there. People talk about ethical hacking without knowing what the hacking is, without knowing how to protect it. I do not want hackers to be there. I want people who can actually protect the entire cyber system of the country. What ethical hacker will do? Ethical hacker will hack something, but I do not want hackers. Let me tell you, I want protectors. Right? Ethical hacking may be fascinating to you, but it's equivalent to hacking, right, on an ethical ground, which is just like breaching the controls of a system. I don't want people who breach. I want people who can put more and more controls to make the entire ecosystem safer. Got it? See, your queries and quest can go infinite. But my simple take is that you need to understand that technology is inevitable today. You cannot minus technology in any manner. So if you're not minus technology, you have to adopt the technology. Now, depending on individual capacity, individual understanding of technology, individual interest towards technology, you have to either choose programming, ethical hacking, cloud computing, AR, VR technologies, fine, artificial intelligence, data analytics, IoT ecosystems, robotics, cobotics, development of these, management of these, maintenance of these, security of these, all these are infinite opportunity which are by default can be seen from an open eyes. Right? So there are certain news cutting which I've just played in. So India, why need cyber problem? So in 2023, there was a news that small business, big problem. Cyber attacks are growing in the country. Again issues. There are certain guidelines which are stated by government of India. Those guidelines are not implemented as of now as well. So that's again a gap. That's a gap. Again, they've stated it's a news in one of the leading economic times. Right? MSMEs are bigger problems. Cyber security is much needed. Paul said, weird question. Engineering applied in which technology? Engineering is technology. Engineering is technology. Whether it is civil engineering, whether it is chemical engineering, it's technology. You cannot minus technology today. Can you have anything without chips? Can you have anything without technological implementation? No, Paul, it's a completely baseless question. Yeah, it's a crime. Hacking is a crime, but you are doing it with a permission for the sake of society, for safeguarding certain system. It becomes ethical hacking, and that's a permissible professional. But hacking is a crime without permission. Yes, Vani, it is there. Technology is going to boost up. So technological related studies, engineering, implementation, security, development, maintenance, everything is going to be dependent on technology or driven by technology. So please do not minus technology from your educational side. Unavoidable, completely unavoidable. Okay. There are a few more infinite things which we can discuss on. Yeah, AI is safe. It's how you save it. It's like driving car is safe or not, Aram? Driving car on road is safe or not? Running on road is safe or not? It's like how you are doing it. If you are driving at 200 kilometer per hour speed, it's not safe. But if you are driving at 60 kilometer, it's safe. So it's not like whether technology is safe or not. It's like how we use it, how we implement it, right? Whether we are using it for the sake of humanity's human life development, or we are using it for destruction, right? For negative purpose and all. Nothing is safe or unsafe. It's like whether we are using it for safe or not. Every technological branch's future, you cannot have smart infrastructure without a civil engineer. You cannot have a smart car without a mechanical engineer. You cannot have a smart TV without an electrical engineer. So it's not like only computer science professional is important. I need people who are implementing. That's what I said, interdisciplinary approach. It's not like unidisciplinary approach would be there. Okay. Fine. So let's make India a safer, digital transform country and make sure that we all are putting our roles into making it safe, secure, and you all are having better future with technology involvement in time to come. Right. So I have
Thank
another
you, Dr. Sir.
session around 11:45. So I may have to sign off, but
Hmm.
we can have continuous round of interaction for you all to discuss more on opportunities and all.
Hmm.
Right. So over to you, Vaibhav sir.
Thank you, Dr. Sir. Actually, it was like this session is so informational for us that I cannot tell you that even a normal student with a very confined overview about technologies, he can also now can get to a technology or can get to a course that this is particular course and I can get this course for my career.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, sir, actually, I was also interested to take slightly an extended session, but because
Hmm.
the time constraints are there and engagements has already been planned.
I know, sir. I know, sir. You took up this much time. That is also very, you can say, a precious time, and we get very valuable feedback and very, you can say, very knowledgeable things about from this session. Okay, and surely we will connect sometime else.
Sure,
Okay.
sir. Sure. Looking forward.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much, friend. Thank you very much, sir.